Welcome to another edition of Overcoming Objections, the Flashcard Series where we teach how to overcome commonly heard sales objections through pictures. One of the questions we hear from trainers in financial services is when new reps are first learning to build their referral or their recruiting base, they'll sometimes have a hard time getting past the objection, "I don't know a lot of people." So is there a way to shortcut the learning curve and consistently train new people how to move past this objection? In the next few minutes, we're going to show you how we would handle both the referral and recruiting scenarios and tell you why. And because this is a flashcard learning system, we're going to teach through pictures. First, we want you to take a good 5-second look at the upcoming picture because it's loaded with clues to help you learn and teach a solid response to the objections. So here's the picture. And this is the response we would teach for the referral scenario. Let me ask you this. How many people do you know who drive? And of the people you know that drive, how many do you think love writing out a check for their car insurance? And how many of them might be interested in saving money on their insurance? So doesn't it make sense to let them decide for themselves? Great. What's the best way for me to reach Chris? Okay, so let's break this down. If we're going to build a sales organization, building a referral and recruiting base are critical to our long-term success. And some industries, like financial services, make it easier for us to leverage our products and services to help us reach those goals. So first we'll illustrate a referral scenario, and then we'll change up the ending and make it a recruiting scenario. We begin with, let me ask you this. How many people do you know who drive? And now it's important we pause here and let them start to make a mental list before continuing with, of the people you know that drive, how many people do you think love writing out a check for their car insurance? Now, have you ever met anyone who loves writing out a check for their insurance of any kind? Well, neither has anyone else. So what follows next has two parts. Part one, the rhetorical component. How many of them might be interested in saving money on their insurance? Rhetorical because most people are interested in reducing the cost of mandatory purchases like car insurance. Part two is huge, and it's how we move the conversation toward action. Doesn't it make sense to let them decide for themselves? And finally, we'll collect the contact information, adding, great, what's the best way for me to reach Chris we used in this scenario? So now let's say we're faced with a recruiting scenario. We're going to follow the same path. Let me ask you this. How many people do you know who drive? Again, we're going to pause here to let them start to make a mental list of all the people that they know who drive. And continue. Of the people you know that drive, how many do you think love writing out a check for their car insurance? And how many of them might be interested in saving money on their car insurance? And once our prospect contemplates how big their market really is, we're going to change up the ending and add, if I spend time teaching and educating you on exactly what it is we do, can you think of anything that would hold you back? Great, let's get started. So if you're looking for a way to consistently prepare new reps to get past, I don't know a lot of people, let the flashcard picture of the multitude of drivers remind your new reps where to begin. And if you think it could help, give it a try this week. And thanks so much for watching.